Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lisa. If this is your first time here, this isn't one of my videos typically, but I wanted to share a little bit with you guys about the realistic view of having endometriosis. So, I'm in the middle of a flare up right now, and it sucks. Um, If you don't know what endometriosis is, it's a condition where scar tissue grows outside of the uterus, and it's extremely painful. It actually, there's no cure for it, no matter what people try to trick you into by saying, you know, getting pregnant will help, getting a hysterectomy will help, on and on and on and on and on. No, it won't help. There's no cure. And I'm here showing you raw what it looks like. I mean, I'm having a really hard time if you can't tell. I've broken out a bit. I'm all splotchy. I feel like I'm gonna die. Yeah. Um, So, endometriosis, like I said, is scar tissue that grows on the outside of the uterus, but it grows anywhere in your body, especially if there's been any previous damage to your body. So, for example, I actually have endometriosis tissue in my knee. I had a knee injury a few years ago. It was pretty severe. Like, I'm going to have to get the kneecap replaced eventually, but I actually have endo scarring on that. I had an emergency gallbladder surgery several years ago, so I have the bigger scar. So my scar is full of endo. It's rough. So part of the reason I want to show you guys about how just raw this is because not enough people speak about endometriosis. The average woman has to go through 10 years to get a correct diagnosis for endometriosis. 10 years. And that's fairly accurate. Mine took longer. Um, but we need to talk about normalization of human body functions, including your period. And if I'm struggling, it's just to talk and make sense. It's just because I'm in that much pain and nothing is touching the pain. Um, we need to normalize speaking about bodily functions, especially periods, because women are trained to keep their mouths shut when it comes to their own bodies and their own health because we've been told and we have been brainwashed by society since we were born that hysteria is womanly. It's all in your head. You have something wrong with you, it's all in your head. You have pain, it's all in your head. Women are trained to be everything, the breadwinner, the, hunter and gatherer, the breeder of children, it just on and on and on and on and on. But when it comes to their health, they're not believed. And even women, as us women, we second guess ourselves too much. And that's got to stop. If we uh, spoke up about what is happening to us, we'd realize that, a period where you are doubled over in pain and vomiting is not normal. I can't tell you how many times in my life that I've had to go through a situation at work or at school where I was just shaking, pale, better, feeling like I was gonna die. And somebody's like, oh, just get on the pill. That's gonna make you better. It made me better. Or, you know, oh, that's a normal period. It is not a normal period. Okay, people. Anybody out there who is experiencing a period that causes more than mild discomfort, you are not having a typical period. My cycle has been all over the place. I started my period at age 8. So I'm already in a category of high risk. The younger you start your period, the more risk you have for gynecological issues. And it just makes me so sad that society has us so trained to believe that a period is just a period, or it's something disgusting to talk about, or there's no normalization of something that every other human being on the world has. Every female who can have a period usually does have a period. I mean, yes, there's many different medical circumstances, but you know what I'm talking about. So that needs to stop because our own ignorance and our own behavior towards our own bodies is got to stop. That's not right. We have fallen into a trap, and because we have fallen into that trap, women have to fight 10 times harder. And usually it's a lot harder to convince another woman doctor that you're going through something huge. But I want to remind you guys a few things. A normal period is cramps, but not cramps that are going to stop you from doing anything, okay? Like, you need to understand that it's not normal for you to have severe enough cramps that you can't function. Okay, I've been fired from 3 different jobs because of the pain that I've been in. I couldn't stand up. I vomit, I have fevers, I have the chills, I shake, I have flu symptoms, and the pain is excruciating. My gallbladder ruptured, and that was easier than the pain that I'm in from endometriosis, just to give you a comparison. It ruptured, but it still wasn't as bad as the pain that I have for endo. Last night, my flare started about 8 o'clock at night, and I literally doubled over in pain while I was talking, and it hasn't stopped. I had maybe like a 2 hour relief, um, but when things like this happen, I can't function. I can't, and I am working with doctors to try to get some sort of relief, but it's non-existent at this point, and I might have to take some more measured steps to get myself in a position where I'm not doubling over in pain all the goddamn time. And guys, I want to remind you and beg you please to take your health seriously, especially your reproductive health, because there's a huge, huge rise of endometrial cancer, which is uterine cancer, because people put a label of, well, you're too young to have these types of problems, or it's all in your head. There, because it's a gynecological issue, a lot of people just poo poo it away. Don't poo poo it away, please. Please don't. Okay, please don't poo-poo it away because your health depends on this. And if you go to a doctor ever that says you are too young to have any sort of cancer, or you're too young to have any endometriosis, or or won't allow you to get the proper testing, fire their asses. I'm serious. Doctors work for you, not the other way around. And if they don't listen to you, if they don't take you seriously, if they are saying it's in your head, because ladies, we've had that happen. I've had that happen multiple times where I have been told that all of my symptoms are in my head. And this isn't in my head. I am not hysterical. I am not crazy. I have a medical condition. And a lot of people fail to realize how serious it is. Take your health seriously. Don't let anybody tell you that your health issues are in your head, and especially your doctor. Again, if your doctor says something to you, because again, I've had this happen, that it's in your head and you're crazy, fire them. They are not the person for you. If your doctor didn't have patience, they wouldn't have a business. You go to them, you give them your time, and if they aren't helping you, fire them. You have the power to do it. You do not have to stay with the same doctor. I had a horrible gynecologist for the first year that I was treating, and I had to fire her because she wanted to sterilize me on day one. I walked in and she wanted to sterilize me, and I'm like, whoa, there's got to be steps to take between point A and point B before we get to sterilization. And she wanted me to walk out on our first meeting with an appointment to get an ablation done. What? I hadn't even tried pills at that point. Like it was horrible, and unfortunately, because of my insurance situation, I couldn't see anybody else. So I know a lot of you understand that. And I had to wait a year before I was able to move on. And now I have a lovely doctor who understands me and takes the situation seriously. But I want to remind everybody out there who's going through this endometriosis or PCOS or whatever gynecological issue you're having, you are valid. You are really in pain. Don't let anybody negate your pain. Don't you don't have to prove anything to anybody. I know, but it's so hard. It's so hard when you have to fight to be normal. This isn't just something that happens on a monthly basis. This can happen every day of the month. It has nothing to do with the period cycle. You have flare ups for many different reasons. And I just I just wanted to show you guys how bad it can be. And this isn't even bad right now. This is me laying in bed with a heating pad and my puppy. And um, this isn't even bad right now. Last night doubling over in pain to me really wasn't that bad either. This is my normal life. And pretending to be well is so much harder because everybody wants to pretend that they are okay. And maybe if we stop pretending that we are okay and just listen to our bodies and realize we have nothing to prove to anybody, maybe we would all be doing better. I don't know. But I'm sorry, like I said, this isn't my normal type of video. But I did think it was important to show you guys how rough this is. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.